Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading here today at MadWorldTarot. And yes, the time has come. Scooby-Doo's book is appearing, well, excerpts of it are appearing in People magazine. And yeah, it's bad. It's bad. The first bit that dropped as I was preparing these readings today is about the day of the Queen's death last September, and it's all about poor Harry and poor Meghan, and it claims that Harry and Meghan had no idea the royal family were preparing for the Queen's death until the Duke's phone started to ring. Now, of course, we all know that she was 97, she had bone cancer, she was asking everyone up to Balmoral, including the Parkles, the has-beens, that summer, come and spend time with me. If you have had an elderly relative in that kind of situation with ongoing health problems that have lasted for a long time, you know that every opportunity you get, you spend time with them. Been there, done that. I'm sure many, if not all of you, have been there, done that. So anyway, that's my interruption. Let's carry on with Has-Been's Tale of Woe as relayed by Scooby-Doo. The phone rang, unknown number. It was Charles saying, "Get yourself to Scotland now." And poor Harry, all bereft, not knowing what to do. Meghan, of course, was the one that told him to answer the phone. He wouldn't have. Luckily, Meghan told him to answer the phone. He texted William and said, "Are you going? How are you getting there? Can I catch a lift with you? Grab a ride?" William, bad William, didn't answer. And so Harry had to scramble and beg and ask others, and no response. And according to whoever has briefed Scooby-Doo, which sounds like Princess Eugenie, it was upsetting to witness. He was completely alone. Poor Has-Been. And eventually he set off. We leave out the exciting part of Meghan throwing her toys and insisting on going, and poor Catherine having to stay behind to sacrifice herself so Meghan didn't go. But then we have Has-Been in the air, in the fog, playing, going round and round, and the royals waiting to make their announcement to the world that the Queen had in fact passed some hours earlier, and they couldn't delay any longer. They told the world Has-Been landed and heard the news after everyone else, but palace sources later briefed newspapers that Charles had personally shared the news of the Queen's death with his son. This left Harry crushed. And this is the story that is now out in the public domain. All about poor Harry, all about evil William not answering, leaving Harry all by himself, all on his own. Terrible to witness, upsetting to witness. Poor Harry crushed by his cold, unfeeling family. You get the drift. You know what the next few weeks are going to be like. I have the Tarot of the Abyss on the tarot table. There are many things I could be reading on right now on this glorious day, which happens to be my birthday. But anyway, we have the Tarot of the Abyss on the tarot table, and we're going to do a reading from Prince William's perspective, because many people suspect that the purpose of this book is the destruction of Prince William. I've been waiting to do readings on that until we had more news about the book. We've had the Rose and Pansies in the Garden story, Lady C and everyone else. But now we have the book itself coming out in drips and drabs. And so I'm going to do a Celtic cross with the Tarot of the Abyss, a very dark tarot from Prince William's perspective. How's he feeling right now? What's going on? What does he think the motive of this book is? Has he prepared in any way for this book? Past energy? How's he going to respond, if at all? How does he feel about Harry and Meghan right now? How does he feel about Princess Eugenie? Because she was named in this piece. And she does seem to have been the source of a lot of this information, Parkle-related information. That the Parkles can say it wasn't us, we never told anyone. We have been warned that friends and family have spoken to, and staff, to Scooby-Doo. So there is the family member mentioned in this article. So, and outcome impact on Prince William's reputation. Prince William in this reading. Plenty, as I say, to read on in coming days. And let's remind you, because it's a thorny topic, that this is tarot for fun and entertainment. It's all my opinion. It's all speculation. I just read energy here, archetypal energy, because we're dealing with the archetypal family in the British royal family. We learn lessons from archetypes, don't we, Megan? And so we're here today to learn a lesson about family relations when your 97-year-old grandmother is dying of bone cancer and you didn't bother to show up for summer holidays. We have the world as our underlying energy, and that for me, and we're going to bring out the next card because we have the devil as well, and the strings card next to it, but we don't need that. We have enough information for our underlying energy here. In the world, that's publicity. Everybody is going to hear about this. Scooby-Doo is going to be all over the place, as I saw in reading that I did on his book a while back. All over the place. His glory, his moment of glory has finally arrived. Maybe he's bought a new face for the occasion. Don't know. Don't go too close to a candle, Scooby-Doo. That wax might just melt. But we've got the world there, publicity, everybody seeing the eye through the keyhole, looking at secrets, at family secrets, and we have the devil, which is sitting next to it, lies, toxicity, obsession, danger, the fallen angel, evil, darkness, destructive energy. It's a very nasty energy that's around. Let's have a look at Prince William situation right now. Five of Swords in reverse. This is never-ending conflict that just goes on and on and on. Battle to the death, really. Feeling very trapped by it, as the imagery in that card tells you, with the poor little firefly in the bottle. But it's a card of mental conflict, as well as external conflict, internal and external conflict. It's about hollow victories. It's about being defeated. The card is in the reverse, feeling defeated, feeling very worn down, and also wrangling with his own self about how to handle this situation, and possibly with his father about how to respond to this situation. So there's a lot of mental strife, external and internal, going on for Prince William at the moment, that he would like to end. He would like to be out of this situation, but he doesn't see any possible ending to it, not particularly while she is around. I would say that's my personal opinion, but of course, if she's not around and has been, is still around, as resentful and bitter and jealous, is going to go on and on and on, isn't it? It's not going to stop. So it's a very uncomfortable energy. What in particular is challenging him? The Eight of Wands in reverse. How to shut this up, how to stop this. Communication card, PR, news getting out everywhere, and he wants to shut it up. He wants to silence it. He wants to probably bomb the publishers, the printers, take Scooby out. I'm being wildly dramatic, and I'm not inciting violence at all, but I'm sure that in his darker and angrier moments he fantasizes about doing things like that. If I'm saying it in this reading and I'm channeling energy, you can believe it. He's feeling it at some level. Of course, he's not going to act out that energy, but that's that energy of, I need to stop this at all costs. I need to stop it. But how? What does he think the motivation for this book is? The root of this book. Why? Seven of Cups, and isn't it interesting? What an interesting card this is. A woman with her head in the clouds, castles in the air. And she's got quite unfortunate feet, if you see those feet. Large feet. There she is. Deluded, fantasist, wanting that castle, wanting it, wanting the crown, wanting Windsor Castle, wanting everything that is beyond her reach, beyond her grasp, was never going to be hers, was never going to be Harry's, but wanting it. Fantasy, illusion, dangerously deluded. Because we have the devil sitting underneath this reading. What's his mind on right now? What's his focus? And we've got the Ten of Cups in reverse, broken home. He is anguished over this, because he knows that this book is the the end for his relationship with Harry. It can never come back from this. Spare was bad. The Netflix documentary was bad. But this is a sort of retelling of things that Harry has already touched on in Spare, but telling it worse, in a more destructive way. Harry wants to destroy him, while his wife certainly does, according to the Seven of Cups. Energy that I'm speculating is her. And this is the end of family. This is the end of his notion of family, the family that he grew up with, very close to Harry, of course, in that very traumatic time after their mother's death. It's gone, it's finished. He's very emotional. Deep breath. Has he been preparing for this in any way? Past energy. What's he been? Yeah. For all the happy jolly face we saw in Singapore recently, he's been incredibly stressed about this, incredibly worried. Nothing that you can do when you're a Nine of Swords energy, because of course it's not up to him to deal with this right now. It's up to the king to deal with this. If anyone's going to deal with this, the king has to deal with it. And is probably not going to deal with it. Hence the Five of Swords hanging around at the center of this reading. Nine of Swords, tossing and turning, sleepless nights, stress that can lead to illness if not handled. I've always seen that about Prince William. I'm going to say it again. How do I react? How do I respond? What can I do? I can't do anything. This is so bad, but I can't do anything. What is he going to do? How is he going to respond? Near future energy. Four of Cups, he's not going to respond. He can't respond. That's it's tempting. It's dangling in front of me. I could act, but I'm not going to. I'm going to have to look away. I'm going to have to resist temptation. I'm going to have to say no. I'm going to have to turn the other cheek here. It's not what he wants to do, I can tell you that. But that is what he is going to do. He's going to be silent. How does he feel about Harry and Meghan right now? The Emperor. He knows. This card's coming out a lot at the moment. This idea that they want to be in charge, they want to be on the throne, they want to be top dog, they want to be boss. He sees that. He sees the desire to be king. He sees the desire to have Windsor Castle and everything else, all that goes with it, the Duchy of Cornwall, all this constant rumour circulating about how they're demanding that William share the Duchy of Cornwall with Has-Been and herself so she can buy fancy clothes, spend all the money. There it is. He sees that ambition, he sees that ego, he sees that sense of entitlement. He's very aware of it. He's completely aware that Harry just really wants to elbow him out the way and plonk himself on the throne. Can't stand being the spare, wants to be the heir. How about Eugenie? How does William feel about Eugenie right now? Ten of Pentacles. Not going to cast her out. She's there. She's part of the family. She's part of what makes the Windsors, passing down the generations. They've shared memories, shared history, so much shared knowledge, and it goes on and on and on. He's not going to cast her out. He sees her place, probably feels, because that's a very solid card. Doesn't get more solid than that. Probably sees or feels or suspects that maybe she's been taken advantage of. And there is possibility of that somebody has done something, whispered in her ear perhaps, persuaded her, used perhaps hand on her back or on her elbow or something like that to guide her into opening up, feeling that she was in an environment where she could open up. It's possible. My speculation, I'm getting a very strong sense of that. That is, of course, all just my opinion. What does William hope? What does he fear with this book? We've already got the 10 of Cups there. 3 of Cups. Hoping that... I'm getting a sense that he really would like to make this all go away and let's all be friends again. It's a sad energy when you've fallen out with someone, whoever that someone is, partner, family member, friend. You really, if you love them, if you have 10 of Cups in reverse in your energy, then you really would like to just bury the hatchet. Let's be friends again. Let's put this behind us. Let's go back to how we were. Let's just hang out. I think he really would just like to dump this whole dreadful thing that's caused him 9 of Swords, 5 of Swords. Now he's got to deal with 4 of Cups and ignore it and pretend it didn't happen. He wants to go back from 4 of Cups. How interesting that in this 4 of Cups, he's looking at the 3 of Cups here. There are the 3 of Cups. To the good old days, when it was just the 3 of them, himself and Catherine and Harry. He wants to go back, wind the clock back 10 years to when things were innocent and happy and everyone was a team and everyone was hanging out together and enjoying each other's company. And it's quite sad, that 3 of Cups energy. It's not any of the energy that I was expecting in here. I could have imagined a 9 of Swords showing up here, but it's already shown up. So he's not worried about things. He's already been worried. He doesn't need to worry more. He would like to wind the clock back. What impact is this book going to have on his reputation if he's unable to defend himself, if he can only sit there feeling defeated, feeling empty, feeling sad? What impact is this going to have on him? We've got the 5 of Pentacles. It's a 5 of Pentacles in reverse. It is going to have an impact on him. It's the card of being cut out, exiled, cast out, ruined at some level. It's in reverse. Let's clarify it and see. It's a bad card. It's negative. It's very negative. It's a card of exile. It's almost a card of saying, oh well, I'm just going to walk away. And I think, quite honestly, I think that's what he would like to do. I think he'd like to say, all right, I'm going to go and live in the Caribbean or one of those lovely islands we visit every year, and to hell with all of you. The 5 of Pentacles, but can't. So it's more of a personal impact, but please, universe, it's not really that clear to me. Everything else in this reading is blindingly clear. But that 5 of Pentacles in reverse, because I'm talking about the impact on his reputation, really, on how people feel about him. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. What's going to happen? It's definitely difficult energy for him. It's very difficult energy for him. He's going to go through it with that 5 of Pentacles. But at some level, he's going to find happiness again. He is going to settle into something that he finds very satisfying to do. Back into comfort, back into security. And it's interesting that there's a woman there who is leading the way. And I think that Catherine will be the one, as she always seems to be, who will settle him down out of this energy of I'm just going to chuck it all in and I'm going to go. Because I can't defend myself, I can't say anything, I'm defeated, I'm destroyed. Our relationship is destroyed. Not her relationship with him, but the family is destroyed. The heart has been ripped out of the family, and so off I go. She is going to be the one that calms him down, that fills those cups with flowers again, that says it's worth it, stick it out, you will be rewarded, you will get your earthly reward, you will be satisfied, you will be content. The 9 of Cups is very much about contentment. And so he's going to come back to himself. It's going to take a long time. The 9 of Cups, interestingly, can be a pregnancy card. I don't think that baby number 4 is going to appear on the scene. But it's got something to do with focus on your blessings, on the things that you're good at, earth shot, your family. People do love you, people do appreciate you. It's not going to be the ruin of him, but he's going to go through a very difficult time. I'm very sorry to say that, very sorry to see that in these cards. Not at all surprised. There it is. No doubt we'll be speaking about this more and more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.